Here in north-central Georgia, Russia is never far away. Barriers cut through Kurvaleti village, separating South Ossetia from the rest of the country. European Union monitors help ensure stability along what's called the administrative boundary line.
We are particularly at this spot here today because it's a very visual point to see how indeed the conflict for many people is not over.
It's certainly not over in Saravani settlement, a few dozen kilometers away. It houses thousands of people displaced by the South Ossetian conflict 15 years ago. Today, life seems almost normal. But some here believe what's happening in Ukraine, thousands of miles away, might determine Georgia's chances of retaking its own territory and going home.
If Ukraine will win, hope it will win, we will have more chance. If they will not, we will have no chance.
In the capital, Tbilisi, and elsewhere in the country, many Georgians are rooting for Ukraine and to join the European Union. In this former Soviet republic, the birthplace of hardline Soviet leader Joseph Stalin, there are strong feelings, too, about Russia, including the thousands of Russians who have arrived for business or political reasons since Moscow invaded Ukraine.
Russians who are here must go home. Must go home. Really, what this is?
Critics say the ruling Georgian Dream Party does not reflect the country's pro-Western bent. Moscow's resumption of flights to Tbilisi in May, marking warming ties between the two countries, was met with protests here. There were massive demonstrations earlier this year against a so-called foreign agents bill for groups receiving funding from abroad. The government ultimately dropped the legislation, which critics denounced as again bringing Georgia closer to Russia.
Basically, the entire Georgian population for quite some time, the majority of it, has been supporting the pro-European future of Georgia, but also integration with NATO. And of course, the government these days has been going against that wave.
Georgian Dream Party lawmakers say they are committed to democracy and to Europe, but must walk a pragmatic line faced with their powerful Russian neighbor. For now, the party appears to have more popular support than the opposition. Two big events are coming up. The EU will reconsider Georgia's candidacy application after having recommended a set of reforms, and Georgia's 2024 elections. Both could determine where the country is heading in the months and years to come. Lisa Bryant for VOA News, Tbilisi.